Hello all, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk a case about consumer courts. A most happening thing actually. I personally feel consumer courts and consumer court cases is not that much robust as it should be, because the level of transaction, the sheer magnitude of transactions which happen in India is huge. Okay, so in India is a very big market. Everywhere in the world want to come to India and do business, okay, because we provide a very good market for them, very stable market, and our interests and our likings are all pretty much defined, and it makes a very good lucrative market for anyone. And that's the reason why we have many of these giants which are coming to disrupt Indian consumer market. And today I'm going to talk about this case specifically about Zomato. So as you know, Zomato and Swiggy and other food related apps they have successfully disrupted the consumer market where they have entered. They've identified the actual issue, what the consumer faces, and they've identified it, and they've also given a good employment for all those people who wants to earn quick money, and a venue for all those helpless individuals who want to get some food from outside, whether it's because they're sick or they don't want to go outside, or for many reasons. So Swiggy and Zomato has become a big hit everywhere. But then again, this case is really about a person who ordered food from a restaurant named Boxet. Okay, this happens in Bangalore, and he ordered the food at 8:46 p.m. his dinner basically, and only up till 9:45 he waits, and only after that he finds out that his dinner is not coming. Okay, so it's cancelled for some reason, and he becomes completely agitated with that because he's been waiting for it for a very long time. And the Zomato, the carrier app, apologized for this inconvenience, and even the Zomato company offers around 1,000 rupees of compensation. So his dinner costed around 246 rupees, and if you really see that, it's a quite good compensation. But still, the person was still aggrieved. He just felt whatever this happened was not good and it should not be repeated. That's the reason why he approaches consumer court. Okay, and he approaches consumer court, and he in fact he will be seeking a compensation of rupees 1 lakh. So that was the amount which he was seeking for. He approaches Bangalore Urban 2nd Additional District Consumer Redressal Forums, and the restaurant remains ex parte. That means it doesn't show up. The restaurant did not show up for the case. And however, Zomato and Zomato's lawyer represented Zomato, and they in fact told that they had offered him 1,000 rupees as a gesture of 1,000 rupees of like a Zomato wallet. I think it was Zomato wallet fund, so you could use it. But he just didn't feel like taking that money, and he wanted a compensation for the grievance. So ultimately, the court decides that including the legal charges, which will be amounting on 1,000 rupees, the person will be getting in total 3,000 rupees as compensation. This is the verdict of the case. Well, this is just a nutshell actually. There's another brewing issue which is happening right now. It's because we have a lot of cloud kitchens right now which is functioning. So for those people who don't know what is cloud kitchen, it's if you think that you are ordering item from your favorite restaurants, it may not be even coming from that restaurant. It may be coming from a cloud kitchen which is tied up with the restaurant. So this happens. And how do you identify whether it's really coming from that particular place or not is to look at the FSSAI license number which is there on your bill. And if you cross check that, then you can find out whether you are really that food has come from that particular restaurant or is it from a cloud kitchen. So this is another issue which is happening so rampantly in especially Swiggy and Zomato. You order from a restaurant thinking that the food is coming directly from the restaurant, only to find that the restaurant has been tied up with some cloud kitchen who is servicing many other products also. So it's basically a big kitchen who just creates whatever is there in the menu, creates the food and it will send it. It's really not coming from that particular restaurant or done by that particular chef. So it's like trying to make money because they don't want to overcrowd their restaurant staffs or chefs. But then again, there's always an advantage, right? That when you go to a restaurant and you eat, you can always demand a better service. And if the food is bad, you can tell them right out that, hey, this is not good, please fix it. But in Swiggy, Swiggy and Zomato, what happens is whatever you get, you get. There has been multiple times, especially with Zomato and Swiggy also, right now they are not able to handle the intensity of the complaints, or even they are not able to manage this. This is a complaint which is being seen everywhere. Not many people are approaching consumer court cases, but if you're seeing the video, you must have also experienced once or twice that you got some food which you did not like, but still you ended up eating, or you just ended up not disputing about it because you just felt, okay, it's fine, it's for $50, what will I go and do about it? So that's how it's happening. Food industry is a very big market. You must understand that many people, big celebrities are getting into it. Okay, so that must be because there's a reason, there's a valid reason why they're coming into it, because it's a big market. And these cloud kitchens are a very unique concept, and most people don't even know that unless, like, have you ever checked the bill when a food arrives from Swiggy or Zomato? Have you checked the bill? And even after checking the bill, have you checked the FSSA license number? Have you cross-checked whether that particular restaurant itself is sending the food or not, or is it coming from some other place? No, right? So this is another issue. Actually, there has been many blogs which has been written by it. Many people have cross-verified and seen that a particular FSSI number is belonging to a cloud kitchen, and that cloud kitchen has a tie-up with 13, 14, 15 restaurants, and whatever food comes from there is the same. Ultimately, because the reason why you're paying a premium amount and getting the food from that particular restaurant is because you've been to that restaurant, you've tried the food there and you've liked it. That's the reason why you're, going and getting it, right? But if that is not even serving the purpose, what's the point? So really today, it's this case study just reminded me of many more which I have come across. So many, consumer court cases where there has been issues with food inconsistency, delivery inconsistency, and not just that, even in fact I myself witnessed this situation where I had gone to a restaurant, and it was like a small fast food service restaurant, and they were making a dosa, and they made a dosa and they kept it, and it became cold and nobody wanted to take it because everyone wants their dosa hot. And that guy asked like a supervisor, saying that nobody's taking this dosa, it's cold, what shall we do about it? So that guy said, don't waste it, keep it, any Swiggy order will come, put that in and send it. Yes, it happened right in front of me, which made me realize that, okay, I'm never ordering food from this restaurant, that is from Swiggy or Zomato, because we know what we are getting right now. So this is a very rampant situation. Stale food, untasty food. People don't even care because they think that what will you do about it? It's like that attitude. But I feel very disheartened with especially public at large, because it's not even, I'm not saying that you hire a lawyer for this. You can fight your own case, even consumer court. There are a lot of, there is no consumer helpline, national consumer helpline. You can approach there. You can file a case online now. Okay, and the only thing is you have to give in a format. Okay, there's a format in which you have to do certain things that you can find out easily. You may have to just do some research, or you can, hiring a lawyer on this also is a very good aspect. So I'll tell you the benefits of it, benefits of both. Online, it's convenient because you can do it yourself, right? You don't need to waste a lot of time and energy, and you can do it. But if you hire a person, a lawyer or someone to do that, what the person is doing is he is like saving all your time in researching. He or she will be saving all the time in your preparation of the documents, because they know what is the accepted formats, what will go through, what will not go through. They know the protocol. So court has a protocol. Okay, it's not a big rocket science. There's a protocol. Even your case, you can fight your own case. Okay, so I'm trying to explain it to you how the process works. So you can, one is the consumer helpline. You can go there, and even consumer redressal forums have online websites. Just have to search for it, you'll get it, and there you go, log in, you prove your identity, and then create an account, and then you can file the case there. Okay, and then you will get a date for which you have to go, and you have to go there and make a representation. In this case, I think the person hired a lawyer, but you can go and talk. I mean, you can go and fight your own case also. It's not like unheard of, or it's not like not doable. It's perfectly doable. But the problem happens when you don't know the protocol, and because you don't know the protocol, and the judge may ask you for certain forms or certain affidavits or something like that, then you will be stuck. Then you don't know what to do about it. So that's the only one reason why I say that if at all you're approaching consumer courts, then make sure you go through a lawyer, just so that the process is seamless and it is it doesn't involve a lot of hiccups. But as I said, you can also do it. Okay, it's not a rocket science. You just have to spend some time, and if you have suffered some great inconvenience from a service provider, and yes, I know it feels bad, especially because it's your hard-earned money and somebody is taking advantage out of it. And we see nowadays with Instagram marketing and so many, even they're not even e-commerce sites. Okay, they don't even have a business license, but still people are doing business. I hope somebody will do something about it. But awareness is the key. I would say stop believing e-commerce sites. Stop investing money online just because it's easy and it's convenient. People are taking advantage of you. And another thing is, even with these consumer court cases, physical cases have greater chance of being heard than online cases. So that's one of the reasons why I would prefer physical cases, because you're going and you're approaching a person who is of authority, and you are making a representation in person. So there is a greater chance of your plea to be heard, and also that you will get some compensation out of it, even if the person is ex parte, that you will get some. Here, as you said, like that the box set did not, that earlier case what I told you about, the box set did not make a representation. Zomato did, however, and the court did rule ex parte. Ex parte means even though the other person is missing, then the court favored this guy. And even though it did not give his expected compensation, which was rupees 1 lakh, which I felt it was too high. But then again, we don't know how much. Sometimes the bigger compensation means that it is really not. Sometimes it's not that the person is greedy of compensation. It's because the other giant who is operating in this business should learn the responsibilities. So it's really not about. I mean, it won't be judged that way. So, and it should not be judged that way. Even though we see that here the person expected a compensation of rupees 1 lakh, it's not out of greed or anything, but it's because the sheer magnitude of the issue which is cropping up nowadays is, unless you expect a higher amount, the person will not hear you. So it's always like that, because even like Zomato was already paying $1,000 from its pocket, because that means 1,000 rupees is not a significant amount for them. So that's the reason, that may be one of the reasons why he expected a higher amount, because the inconvenience which causes other person, especially when they are waiting for a dinner, we don't know what situation they are in. There might be sick person at home, or there might be or that this person might he had to, he had some other priorities which he had to take care of, and dinner is an important meal. So it may be because of that reason also. But unless you expect a higher amount of compensation, the other person will not pay attention to the actual issue, what is going on. Many a times the compensation means that. Not that the person is greedy and that person is trying to steal money from the corporate, nothing like that. Okay, so please, I would say that please don't take it and think it in that way. The compensation amount really is about justice. When we say justice, it means compensating the inconvenience which is caused, and you cannot and you should not consider that the inconvenience of the other person is negligible. It may be important for them. One glass of milk may be nothing for you, but one glass of milk for a person who has a small baby, and if that one glass of milk is not delivered at the right time, is a big inconvenience for that mother. Okay, so that way you have to think. And not just that, medicines. For example, if one medicine might be insignificant for you, but the same one medicine which a person who is suffering from chronic illness is not able to take at the right time is a big inconvenience for that person. So that way we have to think. That's the way justice works, and for that you have to you can read more about justice theories. There are many theories which has been written by many historians. There are wide variety of theories how justice is to be made, and that's the crux of law. Actually, that how justice is made is the crux of the law. How everything is built. Same way with the consumer court also. The compensation amount is not really about greediness of the person. It's about calling them, saying that, hey, this is not some simple mistake. Like I heard a recent case about somebody who got worms in the chocolate, and they were like saying that, okay, worms are there in the chocolate. You did not eat it. Why do you have to ask for compensation of 1 crore even though you did not eat it? Okay, yes, I understood. But what if that person had eaten it? If that person had eaten it, that's a scar which will stay with him forever, that he ate worms. And what if he had given to a kid, and the kid, and in fact in USA there was a case actually, a very famous case where the person ate a burger, and the burger patty was made of meat which was expired, which was not in date. Okay, so what they did was they went to the stores and they got expired products, and they used to use that because it's cheap. Okay, so even in India it happens. Okay, vegetables what they get from outside restaurants, how do you know it's good? Okay, so that way, same way in that case in USA, that person goes and gets a burger, and they eat burger in some fast food giant, and the kid gets infected with E. coli. E. coli is kind of like a intestinal bacteria which causes severe stomach flu. Stomach flu means that person the stomach gets completely infected, that they can't even drink water, they can't even eat food. Nothing stays in the stomach. Okay, so they can't even, like, even if that person is drinking water, they'll be puking out water like that. And ultimately the kid died because of the stomach flu, because the kid was not able to recover from that infection of E. coli. If you consider those cases, if you compare that, then yeah, even these chocolates or food which has been eaten by these kids, it's a serious issue. So expecting a compensation of 1 crore is definitely going to be not a bad thing, but a right thing to call out the attention of that maker. So hopefully that solves your stigma about the whole consumer court cases. I hope I added value today, and let's keep in touch and stay tuned and take care. Bye.